What it do, everybody? It's your boy Mr. A-Bit Raw, back again with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about being a right. We're gonna be talking about being all right, but not just being by not wanting to throw fisticuffs. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about intellectual. That's right. I'm talking about being an intellectual coward. Essentially, is what I'm saying. For those of you who are trying to figure out what I was saying by. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but in recent years, it has become increasingly more popular for people to have opinions that basically aren't opinions at all. It's more like, well, I don't want to intrude on anything. No, say it plainly, say it straight, say it. This is how you feel about this situation. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with on certain situations like having neutrality, but I want you guys to take a look at a specific video with me right now so you can understand like the mental gymnastics that people have to go through on a daily basis in order for them to simply exist in a world. And honestly, for what purpose? For what purpose does this actually what purpose does it serve? This is what I'm talking about. Now, the clip that we are about to watch is from a channel called Daniel's Desk. I will make sure that I leave a link over in the description. This is a video from him called "Can Someone Be Transracial?"
Two sides. Today's segment is going to be about this woman, Martina Big, who decided she was transracial. I'm at Columbia University to ask a few students what their thoughts are on this woman, Martina Big. I'm talking about this woman, Martina Big, who is a white woman who has transitioned to becoming a black woman. Mm-hmm. Have you heard about her?
Is this the one that everyone? Is this another one that everyone talks about? Because there's like the famous woman who
Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, Rachel.
No, yeah, this is a different woman.
New woman.
Just interested in your thoughts. What are your thoughts on someone, transitioning to being one race into another race?
It seems that she has these ideas of like what a African American or black woman should look like, and then she like projects almost like her own ideas of that onto her new transformation, which is a little suspicious to me. It just seems kind of weird. It doesn't feel right, and also like I think it's sort of trivializing like.
So it's mainly just like what she looks like, not necessarily.
Do you hear the language that he's using like around this? Like it seems like, it feels like, I'm not sure. No, you're sure. This is dumb. This is dumb. Ma'am, you're never going to be an African American woman. And what you're doing is offensive, because this is what you characterize an African American female as looking like, and as carrying herself this way. Like, it's not really hard to just say. But you can see him like he's really trying to figure out what to say, and it's weird, bro. It's weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know which generation this started, okay? I'm a millennial. I'm not sure whether or not it started with us or if it started with like Gen X. But like at some point in time, people just became afraid to plainly say, yo, this is dumb, or this is bad. Here's why. I'm not trying to offend you, but this is what it is. There's nothing wrong with saying that, bro. Like, calm down.
The idea of her changing her race that's unsettling.
The idea is unsettling, but what's more unsettling is that for some reason, I don't know, maybe she's like super woke, but like it just seems like this is like a white person who's like, I want to have features that like a black woman has, and like let me just like do that. And it's like, it's not that simple. Like, we all are different people, we all look different, and like, we have our lives. So like I think that's a little bit of a switch you can't make. It's not cool.
I think it's totally.
Do you see like the hold on a second, yo. Okay, my bad. I had to make sure that everything was still recorded. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, he said what he wanted to say from the beginning. He just wound up saying it later on and still had to tag on well, it seems like, I'm not sure about. Yes, you are. Shut up. It's just stupid. All right.
little bit of a switch you can't make. It's not cool.
I think it's totally okay. Like, it's not personal, like my personal view that I would ever do it, but I think it's totally fine if people want to do it. On the other hand, I'm a bit surprised because usually people tend to go like from black to white rather, but I really don't want to stop anyone in their own expression of their like how they want to be.
I think.
Listen, brother, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you lying? You said it right there. This is not what I would do. AKA, you don't agree with this, bro. You don't agree with it. You think that it's also stupid. You think that this is not something that is possible, and you also know that no one that she ever comes in encounter with is going to ever look at her like she's actually an African American woman. In fact, more often than not, she's probably going to be looked at like she's some sort of a circus act, because that's what this is. I'm just saying, man. I think that the biggest thing, I think, for me when it comes to a lot of this conversation around things like this, generally people don't want to offend anyone. And it's like, bro, that's not real life. You want to know what real life is? Real life okay. If the world, as far as the way that people carry themselves when they want to have a conversation about things like this, if the world actually continues to work this way, all you're going to see is like more and more people being who they think they need to be representing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a major issue in like several different groups, people trying to be things that they don't have to be, or saying things that they don't have to say. Like, okay, I'm sure some people are going to be like, yo, man, like, you go back and look at this video and like someone's going to get like really, really offended. What if I told you I didn't care? What if I told you that ultimately the opinions of a bunch of people on the internet do not in any way, shape, or form affect my life? And what if I also told you that most people probably also agree with me on that sentiment? What if I told you that was the way real life worked? What if I told you that majority of the time, most people don't care about your opinions in real life? Food for thought.
In general, just, I don't know, this idea of like transracial, but specifically from this like canonical image of a beauty to one that isn't, you know, like, I don't know, we associate like these beauty standards with Barbie and things like that. So in that way I find this like positive, just like the idea of a changing standard of beauty. But I personally don't support this.
You find an issue in how she
decided to represent herself.
So I don't want to impose on the freedom.
How wild is it? Did you see all of this, bro? She is like playing freaking Madden. She's hit sticking in order to, like, bro, just say it. I think this is bad. This is offensive. This is dumb. Why are people allowing this? I'll tell you why they're allowing it. Because of the exact sentence that this man here is about to say. Let's just get it back a little bit, and you'll see exactly what the problem is.
So I don't want to impose on the freedom of people to do what they want, but the other problem is that when what you're changing to is sort of like infringing.
I don't want to impose on the freedom of people to do what they want. You're not imposing on the freedom of people to do what they want. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how many of you guys are from other countries, right? I think that in the weirdest and strangest way, the U.S. has, man, we may or may not like be our own undoing because of certain hot button phrases, right? You get your I don't want to infringe on the rights of the people. People should be able to do what they want. Yada, yada, yada. A whole bunch of stuff. This is jargon that we've continued to use. but it's not always actually like applied. And I believe that it's rightfully so. I don't think that everything needs to just get a pass because Constitution. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that sometimes people use that as like the end all be all wall of excuses for why they should be like allowed to operate a certain way, or why they should be allowed to do something, or rather not even be allowed to do it. Because let's be real with you. Let me be completely real. It's not even that they have an issue with doing these things. They're going to do those things regardless, correct? The issue is they want to be able to do these things free of judgment. And then people comply with that wish. I don't want to judge this person, but, bro, judge them. Judge them. It's okay to judge people, bro. I don't know, like, bro. We have told ourselves that, like, only God can judge us. And that's objectively false. If you kill someone today and you get booked and you go to trial, you're going to get judged by an actual judge, by a jury of your peers, by the people who's lost a family member, by your own family. Shut up with the dumb sentences, bro. It's not real. And like I said, man, it's cowardly, bro. It's cowardly. Just say what you mean and mean what you say. There you go.
Judging on who people are, it's who other people are. It's kind of problematic. This is sort of, it's like a tough situation between personal liberties to be able to identify as who you want to, but also taking other people's identity is another problem. So it's a complicated issue, and I don't really have an answer for it. But it's also Germany, and Germans we do weird things sometimes. Like,
bro, when you're just making weird, like.
So she decided to transition from being a white woman.
I'm not even going to say anything about that part too much. The Germans do weird things. He said that, not me.
Into a black woman.
I have heard of her.
And I just want to hear your thoughts. Do you think
Can we find one person that just says it from jump?
Talk about her specifically.
No, I personally think that it tends to reinforce stereotypes. The idea of being transracial is like, it ties into the notion that being a race means presenting in a specific way and talking in a specific way. And I think that like the idea of sort of physically changing yourself to be a spectacle for a certain race is a little bit insulting.
All right, so can I get your quick thoughts on like how that might be transgender, support transgender?
I guess I don't know. I don't. Her particularly, I find to be a mockery. Like, I think people when they're talking about being transgender, it tends to be like this is something that comes up for years, and it's like an understanding of themselves, and a lot of them tend to like express as the opposite gender very, very young, and I can't imagine it's the same thing with being transracial.
Part of me is like, whoa, that's really weird, and that's like kind of like offensive almost, but then part of me is just like, I mean, like, who am I to say who she can be or she can't be? So
a human being. You're another human being, and it's okay for you to say, yeah, I think that this is offensive. What now? Is she gonna come to your house? Are people gonna like come to your house with pitchforks? Like, what are you so afraid of just saying? Just say it. You don't agree with this. So weird, bro. Like, it's so weird.
I guess it's like I don't really have like a solid opinion, but it'd probably take me like a little time to.
You know what? That's my problem. The fact that so many people want to like get by with like not having solid opinions on stuff that is like very obvious. You don't have to involve yourself in every battle. I 100% agree with that. You definitely don't have to. But something like this, it's not even, bro, are you someone who lives in the US? Do you know other black people? Do you think they'd be okay with this? Do you think that anyone around you, as far as your white friends, would you still continue to be friends with them if they decided this was the route they were going to do? Well, the route they were going to go. Would you? Like, they're real simple questions to answer. Like, but she, again, not having solid opinions is how we got where we are right now, where like people can do things that are objectively wrong, but because everybody goes, well, like, nothing gets solved, bro. Like, stop being a
like develop one.
Do you think it's different from being transgender? Do you think it's the same? What are your thoughts?
I don't really know. Like, I think that's like similar in a way where you're born a certain way and you feel more like a different way, so that when you have that.
Someone in the comment section tell me how exactly you feel black. Tell me how you feel black from birth. Somebody. Can anyone tell me how you feel black from birth? Can you tell me how you feel white from birth? Anyone. Can you feel Asian from birth? You have like memory. Really? You have memory that good of when you were a child feeling like you were this other race. Yeah? Explain to me what those feelings were like. Right down there, right in the comment section. Please, explain to me. I'm legit. I'm serious. I want to know. What was it? What was it that you felt? Try to say it and not come off as like offensive. Try to say it and not sound like an absolute ass. Okay.
That ability to transition and you take it, like, people shouldn't judge you. But on the other hand of the spectrum,
Yes, they
like,
should.
I don't know, it's like something I haven't really like interacted with before, and I don't know, I feel like there's like parts of being a certain race where like it's not something you can move into as fluidly. I don't really know.
Since I'm not necessarily as negatively affected by race as other people, I don't know if I can necessarily speak to what someone would feel about changing that or trying to address race in that sort of way. But just like my immediate perception of it is that maybe in an era in which we're beginning to deconstruct and criticize constructs like gender and race in the same way that someone might be able to be transgender if they feel like there's something in their identity which goes against the way society has constructed something that they project upon themselves. Maybe there's a possibility for something like for a transracial identity.
Okay. Listen, this video has already gone on for far too long, but I'm going to be completely real with you. All right. You want my opinion on this? I pretty much have already said it. It's offensive. It's stupid because there's no possible way for you to feel like you are this other race. That's like me, bro. All right. So I feel like a white person. You want me to explain how I feel like a white person? See how dumb that sounds? Guys, like, at some point, like, at some point, bro, like, grow a backbone and just talk, bro. Just talk. Everybody wants to, like, sit up here and talk about how, like, everyone in some way, shape, or form is bro, they're brave for doing this, they're brave for doing that. You're not brave if you can't just simply talk about something like this and just be like, yo, yeah, I don't fuck with it. With all of that said, Ollie London is a clout chaser, a manipulator, and all-around disingenuous person whose only goal in life is to gain even more attention for doing things that he already knows everyone in the world is going to automatically, at the very least, raise an eyebrow to. It's very interesting. I'm just waiting for when he's going to be like, he's like a Korean woman. I'm sure that's coming next. If that isn't what he already like actually said. So. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'm Mr. 8-Bit Raw. I got a mic. I got a drill. You already know I got a drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and be easy, drill gang.